What's going on, you guys? It's MattyFBaby and I'm here with some more Timeless Cup action for you, and today we're going to be going over our very first Timeless Cup tournament. It is December 1st. I've been up since 6:45 a.m. because we had a Timeless Cup tournament at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on December 1st. Yeah, the first day it's available. We tried to do it yesterday actually, which was 8 a.m. on November 30th on the eastern coast of the United States, because one of our competitors is from New Zealand, so we tried to set it up at 2 a.m. December 1st over there, but I think since we're all non-New Zealand, they wouldn't let us do that, but that's okay, because we got it done today, and we're going to be bringing you one of the very first Timeless Cup champions, and I'm pretty sure at least the first one in the Americas, the first American Timeless Cup champion. Let's go. A quick look at my team. I'm running Dragonair with the Dragon Breath Aquatil Dragon Pulse variant. I'm running a Razor Leaf Ludicolo. All you need to know is Ice Beam. I'm running Melodic with that amazing Hyper Beam action. It has Surf and Dragon Tail. It is a great anti-dragon that just has really nice general matchups, and if you hit that beam, it's deadly. Then we're running a Return Venomoth with Return Silverwind Confusion. Our starter Blaziken, the Kung Fu Chicken, the Chicken Strip. He's going to be running the counter Blaze Kick and Blast Burn, and then we have Celio, the real dealio, as Gemma may say. He's going to be running that Powder Snow Body Slam and Aurora Beam. Let's get into the battles. Alright, here we go, round one. We are fighting against 7, and we expect a lot of Dragonair leads, and often we will lead with the anti-dragon, or at least something that can go neutral or beat a dragon. So we go with the Celio anti-dragon, and yeah, we caught the good lead. In comes the Charizard. We're going to send a Body Slam over this way. We grab the first shield off of 7, then we switch over to our Melodic. Here we're going to send a Surf off, and we're going to try to get the last shield. That's the goal right here, because Charizard wants no part of the Surf, but he lets it go through, so that's pretty big for us. That's going to be a pretty big, hefty bit of damage right there. So in comes the Dragonair again, and we like to shield this return because we're really far ahead in the match right now, so we're like, we don't want to lose too much HP on the Melodic. And then in comes a Lapras. I'm trying to get the last shield here. Had enough for a Hyper Beam, but thinking don't want to waste all the energy, but he lets it go through. So now I'm like, let me try to see if he wants to let another Surf go through. So hopefully he's thinking it's a Surf is my thought process right here. And hopefully I can land this beam even though he still has a shield. So boom, I'm able to do that, and then we finish off the Lapras with our Melodic right there. Game 2, we do not catch the lead again, so we just like to do a few fast moves and switch over to Melodic, and yeah, hoping to get to a bunch of energy before he decides to switch in a counter on us. Really worried about seeing the Victory Bell flip into us. So he lands a Skull Bash, which we were hoping that he was trying to bait us with Surf right there. After just hitting him with the Hyper Beam in the last match, I like to go try to get the shield right here and bait with the Surf, and it works out, and then trying to get to a Hyper Beam. So I liked to shield my Melodic and not let all this energy go down. This is when I find out that it's an Ice Beam and Skull Bash Lapras, so that's something I can keep in mind going on to the rest of the match. So boom, the Hyper Beam is able to go through again, and then in comes the Victory Bell. So I think my opponent should have definitely switched over to the Victory Bell, because now I'm able to bring him Venomoth onto his Victory Bell. And yeah, he brings his Venomoth onto me, and I don't want to switch because I have Blaziken, and hoping that I can just get him down with some confusions and hopefully get to a second return. And able to get there. So you can get to a second charge move, one move faster if you have return. If you're not running a legacy one, that is, if you have Silverwind return, you can get to a second return one move faster than you would get to a second Silverwind. So we bring in the Blaziken and hit a Blaze Kick to go and finish this match out. So Blaziken's going to finish that off. And then the next match, I forgot to push record at the beginning. So as you can see, it was a Celio vs Dragonair lead. We're able to get one shield so far. And then, yeah, our Celio goes down. So we almost finished the Dragonair off. And then we go down, but we get the shield. We bring in Venomoth to get a little bit of energy, that one confusion off, and take down that Dragonair. In comes the Lapras, which, you know, Venomoth wants no part of that. So we switch in our Blaziken, trying to get to some blaze kicks as fast as possible. We know we don't have to watch out for Surf if he does keep that Lapras in, but in comes the Venomoth, and it did down us. So now we're happy that we have a 2-shield lead, but not sure if it's going to matter at this point because of the amount of confusions we're about to have to take. So we send a return out to his Venomoth, and then we're going to try to confuse it down, but it's only going to take like 1 hit. So yeah, in comes the Lapras again, and we got tons of energy. Silver Wind is going to just about do it, but not quite. So we're going to have to send one more confusion off. Bada boom. After we send 1 shield off. So GG to 7. Yeah, very well played. And let's get going on to the next series against Alola Hardot. Thank you for running this tournament for us. So, Skuntank is who we meet up. We have Arcelia. We farm, a good bit, and then go with some Body Slam action. We don't want to waste a bunch of energy. And yeah, we're just going with some Body Slam bros onto this Skuntank. You're going to see this matchup a lot in the rest of this video. You're going to see a lot of Skuntank action. So, able to get to do our second Body Slam off. And yeah, we're over here threatening the Skuntank. I'm pretty sure Body Slam is better versus the Skuntank. I need to go check that in the Sims. After doing this whole tournament today, made me believe that probably just sticking to Body Slams in this matchup would be the way to go. But I need to go look into that further. But I just want to get this out to you as fast as possible. That's why I'm in my shed right now, because my house is unavailable. It's got people in it. So yeah, we're out here in the shed getting this out to you day 1 of Thomas. But yeah, in comes Whiscash, and here you just see my Celio just really coming out strong to start this match. It took down the Skuntank, and then happens to get to 2 Body Slams onto the Whiscash. And, they were trying to beat us, get us down before that next Body Slam came in, so it sucks because they had to waste their energy too, so we were able to do a lot of work with our Celio to start that match. We bring in Dragon Air with that Aqua Tail. It's not going to do too much damage to the Whiscash, but the Dragon Breath's hurt. And yeah, so we, go a little bit past Aqua Tail and then finally fire it off. So yeah, we wanted to farm a little bit for the next matchup. And in comes the Swallow. Yeah, you see that Swallow down there on the screen? You see Skuntank, Whiscash, Dragon, or Lapras. We gained a Swallow. We finally got to play one. Luckily, we did look into this one before, so we know that we got to watch out for Acid Spread. I actually looked, and all of its moves come out in the exact same number of fast moves. I think it's 5 moves, 8 seconds with Infestation to get to all of its charge moves. So I was actually looking into that after King's meta live stream. I was like, oh, let me go actually look at it a little harder because they were talking about it for a little bit. But anyways, yeah, Dragonair is going to be able to finish this match off with some Aqua Tails, and I think this is the match where I actually had some lag, so I got a little worried for a second, but it was okay. It turned out alright. So next, we catch the lead. We're thinking they're going to go with Meganium to try to get rid of our Celio lead from last time, so we called that and got the Blaziken. So very lucky for that to happen. I counted only 6 Vine Whips, which is 6 Vine Whips and 9 Earthquakes. Or 6 Vine Whips for Frenzy Plant, 9 Vine Whips for Earthquake. So we knew that was just going to be a Frenzy Plant, which even though we resist it, will hurt our Blaziken, but we knew we could handle it. So able to get 1 shield from Meganium and down it. So yeah, there we go. Get it, Blazy boy. Next we're going to have Whiscash coming in. And I could have maybe switched to try to preserve him for later, but I wanted to keep the switch advantage right there, so I like to just try to get that Blaze Kick before the super effective Mud Shots down us, but unable to. And Celio is going to be a good Pokemon to bring in here. None of its moves are too threatening. The Mud Bombs, they're kind of similar to the Body Slam. And Blizzard, the big nuke of Whiscash, it's not going to be effective to us. So yeah, don't have to worry about Whiscash too hard, but I still showed 1 Mud Bomb because this is a cup where you can just not want to shield all those little chip shots like the Body Slams and the Mud Bombs, and then you'll die with 1 shield because there's some pretty hard hitting fast moves in the cup. So just gotta be careful, and every once in a while, even if you're not too worried about the huge amount of damage from these little chip shots, pot shots, they add up. So gotta be wary of that, and that's why I did shield up one of those Mud Bombs. In comes Skuntank. Like I said, lots of Skuntank versus Celio action. We're able to get 2 Body Slams off onto the Skunk before we go down, or I think I actually go for a switch right after, but I could be mistaken. Yeah, I do go for a switch. Oh yeah, but I got down anyways. But in comes Dragonair. We both have a little bit of lag right here. And yeah, we're gonna both lag again for a second, but don't think that I think it was pretty consistent. Oh yeah, and then it wasn't consistent. Right there is where I get lagged pretty hard, and I did get a little worried right there, but I was like, all right, just stick it through and just try to get that aqua tail. I'm able to get there, and that's gonna down it because those dragon breaths hurt. That's what I'm saying. You gotta watch out for that fast move damage this cup. And yeah, we're able to get there. And was worried. This is the one that had the lag, like that one, not the first one I said. So here we go. Blaziken into Lapras. Pretty good matchup for us, but we do have to use shields against those surfs. In comes the Whiscash. So we're gonna shield this, and we almost have to shield again. I've probably farmed a little too hard, but yeah, see, I barely got out in time. Barely got out in time. We'll bring in our Melodic, who's thick. Be able to get those, tank those mud bombs. Does not have to worry about blizzards, and the surfs, you know, they'll do alright. We're not going to go for any hyper beams here, no need for that. Just going for the surf, trying to get some shield or get this thing down. Another mud bomb is going to come our way, and I think I'm going to tank this one too. Let's see. I do. I tanked that one, and then I'm going to have to shield this one because I'm worried that you know, it could get into KO range. I still think I would have survived, but yeah, now I know she's used a bunch of energy, so I farm a little bit more and then fire a surf off. I don't want to get hit with another mud bomb, so I try not to get too greedy there, farm it all the way down, but I did farm a little extra. And then what comes back in? Oh look, it's Lapras. So we're going to send a Hyper Beam over to Lapras, hoping that it goes unshielded and we can do massive damages. And boom, Hyper Beam. Get that big hit. So then after that we switch over. There's still a shield left on the Lapras, but we're like, let's go ahead and pressure that Lapras, and we go ahead and use a Blaze Kick, and she lets just let it go down and save that last shield for this Skuntank. We have another Blaze. No, actually I think I used a Blast Spin right here. So yeah, I should use a Blaze Kick right there, because then I would have got to a second Blaze Kick. I was unable to get there, and yeah, I would have been able to if I just Blaze Kicked the first time. So I was hoping that she would just think it was a Blaze Kick, let it go through, but yeah. We're going to be able to come in with Dragonair and finish off this Skuntank. So have to take this Crunch and then Aqua Tail, sealing the deal. GG to you, Lisa, Mrs. Alola Hardon. And yeah, next we're going to be going up against Indigo. You might recognize him from other YouTube videos, the 5-0 Sinister Cup. He's been in my videos before in our tournament. So yeah, me versus Indigo. He's got the double Dragon, he's got the double Ice, and Cilio Lapras, and Venusaur and Skunk Boy. Alright, now we got our Blaziken onto his Skuntank. I'm pretty sure I won the lead right there, and he switched and then I switched. But yeah, I was reading off his team, so sorry. But yeah, we're going to get a Blaze Kick off, and we didn't shield the first Crunch. We're going to go ahead and shield this second Crunch. We were knowing we were going to survive it, but was worried he was going to get us into Poison Jab range for sure. And he's able to Poison Jab us down before they get to another Blaze Kick, so that kind of stinks. But I like to bring in Dragonair here instead of the Cilio, thinking that I can Dragon Breath him down before another Crunch comes in. So thankful, very thankful that I'm able to do that. In comes his Dragonair, and I should have just hit like 2 more Dragon Breaths and went for the Dragon Pulse, but I didn't want him to shield it, so I was thinking I'm close enough to where he might expect the Dragon Pulse. So yeah, I wish I would have just done it. But you know, maybe it wasn't that bad of a call because I still win this matchup. Yeah, we're able to take him down, and now we're both going into a final Pokemon with 1 shield each. It's going to be Cilio versus Lapras, but thankfully I already have energy on my Cilio, and we're able to do a decent amount of chip damage considering it's like 2 Dragon Breaths and Aqua Tail. That's a pretty decent amount. It makes it like level HP playing field, you know? So, you guys know what this is all about. Body Slam. Body Slam, Stone Cold Stun him, WrestleMania. Yeah, so Cilio's just gonna go to Body Slam Town. I was thinking he was gonna try to bait me with the Surf right here, and even if I let it go through and it was a Skull Bash, I'd still survive it. So I think I should just let that go through, and yeah. But either way, it's gonna turn out okay for us. So yeah, I should have just not fallen for that shield bait. And if it was a Skull Bash, just dealt with it, because the Ice Shards are not going to do very much to us at all. And then I'd still have another shield, so I think I definitely shouldn't use the shield there. But thankfully, we just spam, hoping we can Powder Snow him down, because we're worried about another Surf coming in if we just get to the Body Slam. I'm sure he was like tapping away at that Surf on the other end. So GG for round 1 of the finals. This is an 8-man tournament, and yeah, so right here, the worst case scenario, we're hoping he brought his Venusaur in to counter our lead from last time, and we were unable to get that, so we switched into our Blaziken and able to gain a lot of energy before this Dragonair comes in. And even though Dragonair resists this move, Blast Burn is going to like destroy. Like it leaves it with like 1 HP after the counters, like 5 HP after the counter. So be wary of the Blast Burns with the Dragonair. You know, it's still gonna hurt, so just keep that in mind if you are worried about losing the HP on your Dragonair, baby. And I think I should have brought in the Celio to tank that Aquatail, but my thought process was maybe the confusion will just down him before Aquatail comes in. But that was not the case, so I should have brought the Celio in to tank that Aquatail, and it would have like not done as much damage to it. So Celio comes back in, and we're gonna send a Silver Wind over at that thing. And yeah, so they elect to shield, and then this is where I have a chance, like, do I shield or do I just save this last whatchamacallit shield for my Celio at the end? So I like to save it for the Celio and hope that I can just farm a bunch of energy off this other Celio before his last Pokemon comes in. So I'm not sure if I should have saved my Venomoth there and try to get another Silver Wind off or another return off, because yeah, I think maybe either way I'm not looking like I'm in too great of a spot, because yeah, he just Venomoth just didn't have anybody that it really was super had a great matchup again out of his line of 3. So I think that either way I'm not looking too hot, because in comes Skuntank, and yeah, he's just gonna not even. I should have used the shield on Venomoth, but then okay, here's what I'm trying to say. He's gonna go ahead and fast move me down, and I'm gonna die with the shield, right? But then if I'd used the shield on Venomoth, I'm pretty sure that he has enough for a crunch already, and he was just trying to farm me down with this fast move. So I think either way I'll lose, even if I had shield the Venomoth. But here we go, Game 3, Melodic versus Dragonair. You see so many Dragonair leads, and yeah, I put the Melodic in. It still hurts us, those Dragon Breaths, so we can't get to a Hyper Beam. So we go ahead and just send off a Surf, hoping to get the shield over, you know, HPs. It's not going to do as much HP as it will taking a shield. And I knew it was way past Aquatail and it's probably a Dragon Pulse to finish me off, but I thought to myself, we're just going to take the shield advantage and let the Melodic go. So after that, on this and switch actions, we switch into our Blaziken onto his Celio. Bada boom, bada beep. We're going to take this first Body Slam, knowing that it's going to hurt, but that's okay. We're gonna save our 2 shields save more shields for Celio over there, and probably you know, just go ahead and block this one. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and block this one and then farm Celio down. We're gonna have tons of energy going into this next Pokemon. Boom, get out of here, Mr. WrestleMania champ, Celio. Alright, you see the rain's sitting there like, come on. Alright, so Dragonair comes back into the rain, and we don't want to go down on Dragon Breath. Maybe we could have countered it down, probably not, so we go ahead and send the Blaze Kick off, and yeah, I'm pretty sure we would have Dragon Breath us down before we countered him down. Alright, so now, like I said, tons of Celio versus Skuntank, so now 1 shield each, Celio versus Skuntank, and this is why I'm thinking, like, I think it just straight Body Slams is better, because of how long it takes me to get to the last Body Slam I do, because I do 1 Aurora Beam. So he's going to go ahead and send a Crunch our way. I'm going to go ahead and block that up, and this is where we send the Aurora Beam. And I'm thinking just straight Body Slams does more damage, and yeah, so keep that in mind. If I'm wrong, I will post it in the comment, but I'm going to say that probably straight Body Slams is the way to go. We're lucky to get to this other Body Slam right here. And yeah, it's a CMP tie. He's over there with the charge move going as well. I'm lucky, and you know, CMP tie goes to me. There you have it. America's first Timeless Cup champion. It's MattyFBaby. America's first Timeless Cup champion out in the shed. It's me. Yeah, so we did it at 8 a.m. I got lucky with the CMP tie at the end. I probably should have played it better with the Celio, but sometimes you need a little luck, and you know, sometimes it's going to go your way, and the next time it probably won't go my way. So that's just the way CMP goes. That's the way life is. Sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down, sometimes you get it, and sometimes you get got. So very lucky today to be the one that gets it. Definitely had, like I said, just that little bit of luck right there. But shout out to my Battlers United. That is the little crew that we're in, this little DM group on Twitter, and we were setting up these remote monthly tournaments, and it's going to be a new tradition of ours to try to do one as soon as the cup drops at like 8 a.m. that morning in America. We're going to be over there and doing a first cup every month. So new tradition starting right now. It's the first Timeless Cup champion over here. You seen it? Oh my God, this is gonna be the highlight of my career. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you did and you're new, please subscribe. Show me some love down in the comment section and do me a favor. Have a good day. Peace out. Bellsprout. Bye-bye.